Yes, good evening. Happy midweek in Nigeria and all over the globe. I'm Jackson Lekon Ojo. I operate on the Jackson Security Networks. Please subscribe to my YouTube channels in order for you to contribute, in order for you to advise, in order for you to correct. Because no man is an island of knowledge. That is that. I spoke vigorously this morning when Tinubu said he was going to stand on the achievement of Buhari. This evening, I've been thinking and reading some things this morning. I've tried to check the achievement of this government through their respective ministers. And I want to say, Buhari has failed administratively, possibly because of his what I can call don't careism. He did not care. So far he achieved some things he want to achieve. Buhari play politics of ethnicity. Buhari merit only those that are Muslim fundamentalists. Buhari merit only those people that are known to him, even if they are fools. Buhari merit in appointment, in assignment of responsibility and duties. The only area of merit is when you are a Muslim fundamentalist, when you are known to him and others, when you are close to those people that are very close to him, maybe Mama Daura and others. And we are recording that Buhari failed. Yeah, totally, Buhari failed. Buhari administration for the past 7.5 years has taken Nigeria backward more than 40 years. And for anybody to grab the power 2023 to bring Nigeria up for the beat, maybe until 2031. Go 2023 to 2027, from 2027 to 2031, that 8 years, I doubt if there's anything anybody could repair when you look at the damage done by this administration. In this administration, you have Adamu, who is a journalist, Minister for Education, has nothing, do not have knowledge of anything on education. In this administration, you have medical doctor, Chris Ngige, Minister of Labor and Employment. And you have the loquacious Festus Koyama, who was a pretending activist before his assignment. Yeah, Fasola is a performer, a lawyer as Minister of Works and Housing. Rotimi Amici, also a lawyer, somehow, Minister for Transportation. Only very few of them that are round peg in round hole. Majority of them are square pegs in Iran. Oh, so they are not fit, and that is why they could not perform. If you have the Minister of Science and Technology, Ogunaya Onu, that's the man that never wore suit one day. What was his achievement so far? You have the Minister of Mine and Power or whatever. Illegal mining is what they are mining in Nigeria, no other mining. You have the Minister of State for Agriculture, for Petroleum, Timi Principal. Well, he tried, he was a special advisor to former Minister of Petroleum under Goodluck Jonathan. So possibly he learned some things. But was he allowed to do his work? Because he's reporting to the senior minister, who is General Muhammadu Buhari himself. So you have Abubakar Malami as Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, the worst that has occupied in that office since the political history of Nigeria. Even people like Akpangbo and others, they are better than Malami. Who again among all these ministers? The Minister for Digital Economy, a Muslim fundamentalist. They now form a ministry, humanitarian affairs, that were feeding over 10 million Nigerians when all the children were at home. This is laughable. Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, the flood is all over the country now. We've not heard the voice of the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs. And what's supposed to be the job of Minister of Special Duties? My Oga, former governor of Benue State, George Akume. That's supposed to be what the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs are doing now, was supposed to be the major job of Minister of Special Duties. But that job has been taken away from him. Hardly any Nigerian could remember the name of the Minister of Finance. So, among these ministers, Rotimi Amaechi tried when he was the minister. Yeah, he tried. Fasola tried. So among all these ministers now, I saw only Rotimi Amaechi. If I have to give 60%, I can give it to Rotimi Amaechi. I can give 50% to Fasola. All other ministers, none of them can score my 10% pass mark. My 10% mark if I have to mark them. So you cannot have all this. And most of these ministers, some of them were former ministers, former governors that ran their state aground. Some of them are former members of House of Representatives, former senators that never moved a motion for the period of 8 years or so. So what are we talking about? To me, I was expecting this ministerial retreat to be a send-off where they will sack virtually all the ministers and possibly the remaining 6-7 months or so. Maybe they could bring some technocrats in, but it's still politicians that are still continue to be there. Wow. What's even the name of Minister of Defense? Dagash or whatever. Dagash, a non-Nigerian Minister of Defense. Or that one old but unreasonable. That one has no business being in power because of his age and other things. His military experience is, I think, it's not digitalized. I think it's of the analog. That is it. The National Security Advisor, I think, he was of the engineering corps when he was in the military. So, who among all these people I can mention? Virtually nobody. Who is the minister representing in those states? I know, no. Who is the minister representing some state? Okay, Aregbesola. Aregbesola is somebody that is a too known. He's very, very haughty and he's a chauvinist. He believes he knows better than anybody. He cannot take anybody's advice. See what has happened to our prison? Is it changing the prison to correctional center that will bring effectiveness? No. Nomenclature does not matter. So when you look at this cabinet, you wouldn't be expecting anything from them. And that is why they all perform aggregate, I think, 0. No achievement at all. And it took Buhari almost 6 months before he brought about all this failed team. See level of insecurity in this country today. Our military, paramilitary, they are very good. Yeah. A lot of the generals are my friends. Not just because they are my friend, but they are very, very good. They are very, very great. They are very intelligent. But where the willpower, the command and control of the military and paramilitary, because they must take order from the commander-in-chief of the Armed Forces Federal Republic of Nigeria. We are talking of EFCC. EFCC work well under Ribadu. Ribadu crush anybody that is crushable. If you are corrupt, he crush you. Though it was not very perfect. Magu tried. But when they could not correct Magu, they set him up. They knock him up. They knock him down. Then they put Bawa. Is it Bawa or what do they call him? What can that one do? Because somebody just unpicked him from somewhere. And he become a yes sir. He say yes I too. So when the FCC arrest you, you just go to the Minister of Justice and Attorney General and complain and settle yourself, then you are freed. Look at it. People like Akpabio who was in the cabinet. Akpabio. Enemy of himself, enemy of the Niger Delta, enemy of Nigeria, enemy of Buhari. Akpabio ran Ministry of Niger Delta aground. He ran NDDC to kill. He ran Ministry of Niger Delta aground. Somebody like that too was a minister. It's a pity. I pray whosoever that is coming up as a president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, definitely not an APC man. I see Atiku coming by the special grace of the Most High God. And I will urge Atiku. If you are contesting, you already know those people that is fit for a particular office. By the time you win the election, before you're swearing in, you already have your cabinet in your mind. The day you are swearing, the second day swearing your ministers. Send the name of your ministers to the National Assembly. Immediately you are swearing, send the name, 2 3 days, get them cleared, and again, if the National Assembly, Ninth Assembly, if they were very, very effective and efficient, if they were not rubber stamped, if they were not yes members, they should have been able to use the principle of check and balances to whip Buhari to line. But no. The Senate President, the fat man of Yobe State, once said, whatever this president will ask them to do, they will do. That is why they borrow money, they apply to borrow money, they never care to ask how did they spend the last one. They don't approve. The judiciary are not. When they don't pay them well, so those people, even if you give them, you seek an injunction on the Sunday evening, they will grant it. At times they even give some people injunction, 2, 3, 4, 5 injunctions. Then anytime you need it, you just go and change the date. It's already signed. That is it. So this dispensation, both the executive, legislative, and judicial arm, they are all useless, reckless. Nigeria will not pray for this bunch to come to power again. But I pity you Nigerians out there. 10,000 naira that you collect 4 years ago. After that time, 10,000 naira could buy you 1 bag of rice and you still buy tomato and others. They will soon be giving you 20,000 naira. And the 20,000 is even useless already. And after election, that is it. Nigerians should wake up. We should be party to the emergence of Senate President and Speaker of the House of Representatives. Any of these known looters should never be allowed again. Nigeria can march to the National Assembly the day they want to appoint their principal officers. And when some negative old thieves emerges, yes, both the labor, everybody can go on strike. We allow the government until they change. Because they are our proxy, they are supposed to be representing us there, but they are representing their pockets, they are speaking for their pocket, they are singing for their pocket, they talk for their everything. Nigerians, my advice, 2023, vote wisely. If they bring money, why not collect it? Collect their money. But you do according to your conscience. That is it. That money they are giving you is the money they stole from you. So when they steal 100 million from you, before you know they spend less than 1 million to give you small. You go and print a fake cap, fake t-shirt and give it to you. You begin to advertise those people that are killing you. We are talking of Boko Haram, insecurity and others. Poverty is the major. Poverty is the major fertilizer, fertilizing the root of this insecurity. But we can take back our country. We can take back our country. This present regime is a aristocratic regime governed by the worst citizens. 2023, we should stop all this. If we mean to stop it, we will stop it. But if we don't mean to stop it, they will continue to oppress you. That is it. I doubt before this time next year, I doubt if a bag of rice will not be up to 100,000 naira. I am predicting with the situation of things that you will have 1 million naira next year. That 1 million naira will not be able to feed you and your family and maintain your home. They say I was buying for 18,000 naira a drum, I'm now buying it for 200,000 naira. And Tinubu is promising to continue from where Buhari stopped and work and stand on his legacy. That means a drum of diesel will be 600,000 next year. A bag of rice will be 100,000 naira next year. A tin of milk will be 10,000 next year. A pack of spaghetti is going to be 10,000 next year. A sardine tin is going to become 10,000 next year. That is it now. But I know God is there. But God is not our messenger. He only works with us when we work for ourselves. He blesses the work of our hand, is not our messenger. God does not work for anybody. If anybody is telling you that God is working for you, tell the person is a liar. God is never our messenger. Whatever we put our hands to do, He will bless it. So if you put your hand in rubbish, so be it. Good evening, Nigerians.